He's not as efficient, and he's going to get tired easier.
Pac-Man comeback? What's going on? Manny Pacquiao is coming back for another fight against Mario Barrios for the WBC Welterweight Championship, I believe. Is that something, or is it just?
I don't know.
Tabloids?
I don't know. I keep laughing about that fight.
Should take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring against Ugas. You know, he didn't look good. He was outmatched by, a fighter.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when he heard the news. Boxing great Manny Pacquiao is making a comeback at 46, set to fight Mario Barrios. On a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Rogan shared real concern about the decision. He praised Pacquiao's legendary career but questioned whether it's wise for someone his age to step back into the ring. Rogan warned that it's a risky move that could have serious consequences for Pacquiao's health.
Would you want to see Boots versus Barrios? Of course. I like to see Boots just in there, period. But that lets you know how much you need people like Barrios. Because people who got something to lose, or not even something to lose, people who are superstars in their head, don't fight everybody. That's why I say Sean Porter kept the welterweight division alive. He fought them all. Barrios is doing the same thing. You need Barrios. You need people like Barrios. Because Barrios will take the fight with Boots.
The upcoming fight between Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios is shaping up to be a showdown between experience and youth. Pacquiao brings years of skill and strategy, while Barrios has the edge in size, reach, and youthful energy. Although Pacquiao has handled taller opponents before, doing so at this stage of his career could be more difficult. His return to the ring hasn't followed a typical path. After retiring to focus on politics in the Philippines, Pacquiao stepped back into action in 2024 for an exhibition match against Japanese kickboxer Rukia Ao. The fight didn't impress many, but Pacquiao remains optimistic. He points to his 2019 win over Keith Thurman and the fact that he hasn't taken much damage in recent years as reasons he still feels strong. As he put it, "I made history at 40 beating Keith Thurman, and I feel at 45 I've still got a lot left in me."
Pacquiao could possibly face Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao is 45 years old. What you think of that fight?
Sound like Pacquiao trying to hit a lick. You know what I mean? But Pacquiao not Pacquiao no more. It's tough to go against him in this situation, because if it was some years ago, Pacquiao would beat Barrios. But right now, Barrios, with his momentum, might beat Pacquiao up. I mean, not knock him out, but beat him on the cards, beat him behind that jab.
Similar to like Ugas, the Ugas fight?
Yeah, like that. It's a good fight, but it's more of a good fight for Barrios. Pacquiao don't need it, but Pacquiao want to come back, and he want to come back with a bang, so I mean, why not? If he can make it happen, make it happen.
Joe Rogan has always spoken highly of Manny Pacquiao on his podcast, often calling him one of the greatest boxers of all time. He admires Pacquiao's lightning-fast speed, tireless work ethic, and humble personality. Rogan frequently points out how Pacquiao came from extreme poverty in the Philippines and worked his way up to become the only boxer in history to win world titles in 8 different weight classes. Rogan is also impressed by how Pacquiao stayed competitive against younger fighters, even in the later years of his career, a true sign of his dedication and fighting spirit. George Kambosos Jr., a top fighter from the lightweight division and proud Greek Australian, has long looked up to Pacquiao. He trained alongside him during fight camps and says those experiences helped shape his mindset and discipline. Kambosos often calls Pacquiao a living legend and praises his fearless style and unmatched heart in the ring. Rogan has also shared his thoughts many times about the long-awaited fight between Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. He, like many fans, was disappointed by the outcome. The fight didn't live up to the hype after years of build-up. Rogan believed both fighters were past their prime by the time they met, especially Pacquiao, who later revealed he had a shoulder injury during the bout. While Rogan gave Mayweather credit for his brilliant defense and ability to control the fight, he understood why fans were let down. Instead of the explosive battle people hoped for, the match turned into a cautious, tactical affair. Rogan felt it missed the excitement that made both fighters legends. In the end, he saw the event as more of a business deal than a true boxing showdown. He often says that if the two had fought earlier in their careers, the result, and the fight itself, might have been very different.
And so who are they talking about Pacquiao matching up with next?
He chasing the Mayweather.
Of course.
So
why not?
Right.
Floyd, come on. I know you love money. He was saying that he thinks Floyd's out of money already because he says Floyd spends so much money, he's probably already out of it.
Well, he spend money too. I think Pacquiao spend more money than Floyd on everybody else.
Oh, that's right, because he's got like 50 people that he just like has supported. Yeah, I mean he's He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring.
Kick your ass later.
Different dude.
Right.
Once he steps through that roast, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like,
Yeah.
Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and he just
Ooh,
like,
don't say that. Yeah.
And got crucified.
Yeah, but he's
I
super
wish you the
religious,
best.
too.
Good luck in that fight.
He's a killer pool player. Did you know that about Pacquiao?
No, I didn't.
Like world class. Like he could play pool professional.
During an episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, Terence Crawford opened up about his deep respect for Manny Pacquiao and the disappointment he still feels over a fight that never happened. Crawford shared that he had tried for about 5 years to set up a match with Pacquiao, hoping it would be a defining moment in his career. But despite his efforts, the fight never came together. He believes that behind-the-scenes promotional decisions were made to protect Pacquiao's career, ultimately preventing the bout. Joe Rogan agreed with Crawford, praising Pacquiao's incredible legacy but also pointing out how boxing politics often get in the way of major fights. Rogan once again applauded Pacquiao's exciting style and inspiring rise from poverty to becoming the only boxer to win titles in 8 different weight classes. Both men agreed that a Crawford-Pacquiao fight would have been an exciting matchup, mixing Crawford's youth and skill with Pacquiao's experience and grit. While it's a fight fans never got to see, Rogan and Crawford still expressed great admiration for everything Pacquiao has accomplished. Crawford noted that while Pacquiao's achievements are extraordinary, he believes Pacquiao didn't reach those heights alone, a personal view, not a harsh critique. Their conversation highlighted how tough it can be for fighters to secure legacy-defining bouts, especially in a sport where promotional politics often take center stage. Still, they made it clear that Pacquiao's impact on boxing is lasting and deeply respected.
He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then he gets in that ring.
Kick your ass later.
Different dude.
Right.
Once he steps through that roast, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like, Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and he just
Ooh,
like,
don't say that. Yeah.
And got crucified.
Yeah, but he's
I
super
wish you the
religious,
best.
too.
Good luck in that fight.
Good luck in the fight.
I already said he's got these T-Rex arms. Everybody's talking about how fast he is. Manny Pacquiao, T-Rex arm. Bop, bop, bop.
Pacquiao. Oh, down goes Thurman! And let me tell you, that was just a quick punch. Pacquiao again, the aggressor. See? Now the response by Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pac-Man.
Mario Barrios, also known as Elastica, is a 29-year-old American boxer from San Antonio, Texas. At 6 feet tall with a 71-inch reach, he holds a clear size advantage over many in the welterweight division. Barrios turned pro in 2013 and quickly built a reputation for his aggressive style and knockout power that he first gained major attention in 2019 by winning the WBA regular super lightweight title, stopping Juan Jose Velasco in the second round. But it was in the welterweight division where he really made his mark. In September 2023, Barrios took on veteran Cuban fighter Yordanis Ugas for the WBC interim welterweight title. Barrios controlled the fight from start to finish, winning by unanimous decision with dominant scores of 118-107, 118-107, and 117-108. His sharp jab and ability to manage distance were key. After Terence Crawford vacated the WBC title, Barrios was promoted to full champion. In his most recent fight in November 2024, he faced Abdu Ramos in a high-action bout that ended in a split draw. Both men scored knockdowns, Barrios in the second round, Ramos in the sixth. Despite the even result, Barrios kept his belt and showed his toughness and ability to adjust under pressure that if asked, boxing promoter Eddie Hearn would likely have strong opinions about Manny Pacquiao choosing to fight Barrios, especially given Pacquiao's age and time away from the ring. Hearn might applaud Pacquiao's legendary career and his speed and ring smarts, which still make him dangerous even at 46. But he'd probably also raise concerns. Barrios is young, active, and coming off a big win over Ugas. The risk for Pacquiao is real. Hearn might ask whether this is about legacy or simply staying in the spotlight. He'd also recognize the big appeal of the fight, especially among Filipino and Latino boxing fans. But he'd remind people not to overlook the health risks, especially when an aging legend takes on a hungry, powerful champion. In the end, Hearn would likely describe it as a compelling matchup, a boxing icon trying to turn back time against a rising star looking for his biggest win yet. And while he'd admire Pacquiao's courage, he'd warn that Barrios has the tools to possibly bring a dramatic end to one of boxing's most iconic careers.